Fade in with upbeat, intriguing music. Think electronic beats mixed with a sense of wonder. On screen text. Stop trying to be smart. Start being curious. Visual. Quick montage of Richard Feynman laughing while drawing on a blackboard, kids asking questions, and everyday people looking puzzled then enlightened. Narrator energetic, conversational tone, like a friendly mentor. Imagine this. You're in a room full of experts, all nodding along, pretending they understand everything. But deep down, you know they're just faking it. Sound familiar? We've all been there, chasing that illusion of being smart to impress others, cramming facts, memorizing trivia, just to look like we have it all figured out. But here's the brutal truth. Trying too hard to be smart is killing your real potential. What if I told you the greatest minds in history didn't obsess over looking intelligent? They obsessed over one thing: curiosity. Today, we're diving into the life and lessons of Richard Feynman, the Nobel Prize winning physicist who cracked atoms, played bongos, and picked locks for fun. He wasn't born a genius. He became one by being relentlessly curious. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have 4 game-changing lessons to ditch the smart facade and ignite your inner explorer. If you're tired of feeling like an imposter, hit that like button now. Let's get curious. A transition music swells slightly. Screen wipes to a clean graphic. Lesson 1: embrace the joy of not knowing. Visual. Archival footage of Feynman admitting, "I don't know." In interviews interspersed with animations of question marks turning into light bulbs. Lesson number 1: embrace the joy of not knowing. Richard Feynman once said, "I would rather have questions that can't be answered than answers that can't be questioned." Think about that for a second. In a world where Google gives us instant answers and social media rewards quick opinions, admitting don't know feels like weakness. But for Feynman, it was his superpower. Let me paint a picture from his life. As a young physicist during World War II, Feynman was recruited to the Manhattan Project, the top secret effort to build the atomic bomb. Surrounded by giants like Oppenheimer and Bohr, most people would have clammed up, afraid to look dumb. Not Feynman. He bombarded them with questions. Why this? How does that work? He even challenged the big shots on their assumptions. One time, he pointed out a flaw in a safety protocol that could have caused a disaster. His curiosity saved lives, all because he wasn't afraid to admit gaps in his knowledge. Now, apply this to your life. How often do you nod along in meetings or conversations, pretending to understand, just to seem smart? It's exhausting, right? And it blocks real learning. Curiosity starts when you drop the ego. Next time you're stumped, whether it's fixing your car, understanding crypto, or even cooking a new recipe, say it out loud: "I don't know yet." Then dive in, ask why, poke around. Feynman loved experimenting. He'd tinker with radios as a kid, not because he knew electronics, but because he wondered how they worked. Here's a practical tip. Start a curiosity journal. Every day, write down 3 things you don't know but want to explore. It could be, why do cats purr? Or how does AI really work? Don't rush to answer, savor the questions. Studies from psychologists like Carol Dweck show that a growth mindset, where you see intelligence as expandable through effort, leads to better problem solving and happiness. Feynman embodied this. He wasn't the smartest in IQ tests, but his curiosity made him a legend. By embracing not knowing, you free yourself from the pressure of perfection. It's liberating. And guess what? People respect authenticity more than fake expertise. So, lesson 1 takeaway: stop faking smarts. Start with "I wonder" and watch your world expand. Lesson 2: ask childlike questions. Visual clips of children exploring nature. Feynman teaching with simple analogies like rubber bands for quantum mechanics. Include fun animations of complex ideas simplifying. Narrator playful, animated tone, building excitement. Moving to lesson 2: ask childlike questions. Feynman believed that true understanding comes from stripping away complexity and asking the simplest whys just like a kid. He famously said, "If you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself." This is the heart of his technique, often called the Feynman razor. Flashback to Feynman's Caltech days. He was lecturing on physics, but instead of drowning students in equations, he'd use everyday stories, explaining gravity. He'd talk about dropping an apple. Quantum electrodynamics, his Nobel work. He'd compare it to light bouncing off glass like a ball in a game. Why? Because kids don't accept just because. They probe but why, over and over. Feynman did the same with the universe. Remember the Challenger space shuttle disaster in 1986? Feynman was on the investigation panel. While experts debated fancy theories, he did something brilliantly simple. In a press conference, he dipped a piece of O-ring material, the shuttle's seal, into ice water and showed how it lost flexibility. Boom, the cause revealed. No PhD jargon, just a childlike experiment anyone could understand. His question: what happens if it's cold? In your daily grind, this lesson flips the script. Struggling with a work problem? Don't assume you know the basics. Ask, why do we do it this way? What if we tried that? In relationships, instead of arguing, get curious, why do you feel that way? It builds empathy. For personal growth, tackle big topics like climate change or mental health by breaking them down. Pretend you're explaining to a child, or better, actually do it. Teach a concept to a friend or record yourself. If you stumble, that's your cue to learn more. Research backs this up. A study in the Journal of Experimental Child Psychology found that curious questioning in kids leads to deeper cognitive development. Adults can reclaim that. Feynman played bongos, learned drawing, even cracked safes at Los Alamos, all from asking, how does this work? It kept his mind sharp and life fun. So, lesson 2, channel your inner child. Ask silly, profound questions. You'll uncover truths others miss, and learning becomes play, not pressure. Lesson 3, I learned by doing and experimenting. Visual Feynman in his lab tinkering with gadgets. Modern examples like DIY science kits or app prototypes. Hands-on animations. Narrator motivational, hands-on vibe with rhetorical questions. Lesson 3, learn by doing and experimenting. Feynman wasn't an armchair thinker, he was a door. He quipped, what I cannot create, I do not understand. Theory alone bored him. He needed to test, tweak, and sometimes break things to grasp them. Take his early days as a boy in Queens, New York. Feynman fixed neighborhood radios not by reading manuals, but by trial and error. He'd hypothesize, experiment, fail, and iterate. This mindset carried into his career. During his Nobel research on quantum paths, he didn't just calculate. He visualized particles taking every possible route, then experimented with math models. It revolutionized physics. Even in fun pursuits, like his safe-cracking hobby, he'd experiment with combinations, listening for clicks, turning theory into action. Or his bongo playing, he didn't study music theory first, he banged away, learning rhythms through play. Why does this matter for you? In a knowledge-overloaded era, we consume info, passively scrolling TikToks, reading articles, but retain little. Action cements learning. Want to code. Don't just watch tutorials. Build a simple app, even if it crashes cooking. Experiment with ingredients instead of following recipes blindly. Fitness. Test workouts on yourself. Science supports it. Experiential learning, per David Kolb's theory, cycles through doing, reflecting, and applying, leading to 75% better retention than lectures. Feynman lived this. His Surely You're Joking, Mr. Feynman book is packed with stories of experiments gone wild, from ant trails to hypnosis. Practical step. Pick one curiosity this week. Say gardening. Don't Google everything. Plant seeds, water, variably observe. Fail. Great, that's data. This builds resilience and real smarts. Lesson 3, get your hands dirty. Experimentation turns curiosity into mastery. Lesson 4C. Find joy in the discovery process. Visual Feynman smiling during lectures. Scenic wonders like auroras or galaxies. Personal stories visualized. Narrator A inspirational. Reflective tone, slowing for impact. Final lesson 4, find joy in the discovery process. Feynman saw science and life as an adventure, not a chore. He said, the pleasure of finding things out is greater than the importance of the thing found. It's not about the end goal, it's the thrill of the hunt. Throughout his life, amid battling cancer or winning Nobels, Feynman chased joy. He'd stare at flowers, pondering their beauty through physics. I can appreciate the beauty of a flower. At the same time, I see much more about the flower, no separation between wonder and work. His lectures at Cornell. Packed houses because he made physics fun, like a magic show. In tough times, like post-Manhattan Project guilt, he rediscovered joy by watching birds or drawing nudes, simple curiosities that reignited his spark. For us, this means reframing learning. Stressed about career. Treat it as a game. What new skill can I discover today? Bored in routine. Curious twist. Why does coffee taste better in the morning? Explore. Joy sustains curiosity. A Harvard study on happiness links intrinsic motivation doing for joy, not rewards, to fulfillment. Feynman nailed it. His legacy, not just equations, but inspiring millions to wonder. Lesson 4, seek joy in discovery. It'll make you not just smarter, but happier. Time to get curious! Visual. Call to action overlays with subscribe button animation, viewer testimonials, scrolling narrator, enthusiastic direct with urgency. Woo! What a journey through Feynman's world! We've covered embracing not knowing, asking childlike questions, learning by doing, and finding joy in discovery. Stop chasing smart, it's a trap. Start being curious, it's the key to real growth. Now, your call to action first, apply one lesson today. Pick a question that's bugged you, experiment with it, and journal the joy. Share in the comments what's your biggest I wonder moment. Let's build a curious community. Second, if this sparked something in you, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell. More mind-bending videos coming. Like how Feynman hacked learning or curiosity in everyday life. Like and share with a friend who needs this. Remember, curiosity isn't about being smart. It's about being alive. Thanks for watching Go Explore!